the situation, he spoke out to him. And he asked him one thing: will you be made whole? This man didn't even answer the question that Jesus had even asked him. He did like we do a lot of times. He started making excuses. And if I had a subject for us today, that would be my subject. Excuses, excuses. We got an excuse for everything. We don't call it excuse, of course. Explanation, this is my reason why. But actually it's an excuse. I noticed that when the choir was singing and the choir director said, "They can clap." Everybody will clap. Trust me. Because we got our own agendas going on. And I thought, if we would just listen, if we would just keep our opinion to ourselves, and we would just listen, how great a place that we could be. Because God is not caught up in what we want to do. He's not handing out the rich things of God to people that's still walking in rebellion. He said, to whom much is given, there's going to be much required. Some of these things have to be broken off of us. Because in our mind, we think we're right. We can justify anything and still be wrong. This man had been in the same situation for 38 years. And in 38 years, they realized that the water was going to move in seasons. There was a lot of talking going on in that circle. Because why did they come there had they not known that the angel appeared at a certain time of the season? And my mind brings me back to believe that a lot of instruction may have been given to this man. But for whatever reason, he chose to do nothing. He chose to wait on and make an excuse about his reason for being there. Nobody has come to pick me up in my condition. Didn't nobody bring me no money for gas. Because of course I can't walk. We can't walk nowhere today looking for no job. That's out of it. You know. Did nobody come and take me looking for no job? Why did somebody owe you to take you to look for a job? If you wanted a job, you could have walked. You could have took that first step of effort to do something different for yourself. I don't make no money, and I don't got no GED, and I don't got no. And that woman had a nerve to ask me, did I have a GED? For her job that requires a certain education level. And yet we want them to change the education level to fit us. Because we're called for real. 38 years this man had been in this situation. There was a name of what was going on with him. And we allow people to put a name on us. And people can call you anything, but it's up to you whether you answer. But you're not going to answer unless you believe that they're calling you. I chose to stop believing that people said I wasn't going to never amount to nothing. I stopped believing that I could change. I stopped valuing everybody's opinion when it is only an opinion that's being spoken to us. This man didn't know who was talking to him. He didn't know that he was still focused on looking at the angel that came. that he was in need of somebody to come and put him in. He wasn't able to see that the one that could heal his soul was yet speaking to him. We get so caught up in our situation, we forget what God has said about our situation. I've been healed before. Of many when man said was no hope. I had to understand whose report shall I believe. So we'll say it. Report. We shall believe the report of the people. Oh no. If my hips out and I know good well I got the bursitis. I got some slight afflictions. That's not what I'm out to now. Because no sickness can dwell in my life. Because this is the temple of the Most High God. So he waited on somebody. The water came, he waited on somebody. Who do you wait on? Who you waiting on? It don't matter if it's family oriented. How long we gonna talk about what mama didn't do? How long we gonna carry that around in our pocket? What mama did. Mama didn't go. And we still choosing not to forgive and forget. But yet we have a list this long and we're asking God to forgive us on the day. Realizing that God's not going to forgive us unless we forgive others their trespasses. This thing is very simple and we make it so complicated. I want to